the raw vegan diet is basically a diet that comes from the history of the science of human health, which is called hygiene. So the science of human health is called hygiene, and essentially there are three models of health as taught by Dr. Doug Graham talks about this. There's the medical model, there's the alternative medical model, and there's the health model. And the medical model says that if someone gets sick, then they go to a hospital, they go to a doctor, and they get provided with drugs or a therapy or some kind that help alleviate the symptoms of the problem. So a person gets sick and they're looking for some kind of outside external thing that we can put in, that the person can take in, and that's going to cure them. At least that's what people think it is. The alternative health model is that people are going to go to homeopathy or anything that's another kind of therapy that's outside of the conventional medical model, like homeopathy, like herbalism, that people are going to go towards that, and they're going to take some kind of pill or potion or solution from that, or maybe go to a healer or something, and that's going to get them back to health. And then the health model says that a person should follow a healthy lifestyle and a healthy diet and allow the body to bring you back to health. Now, it's quite obvious which one is the most common sense, and it's the health model on a common sense level. And unfortunately, it's not what people want to buy. I've had a really big change in my thinking over the last couple of years. I probably used to think, oh, why do they put these adverts on the television, and why do they allow people to lie and talk this nonsense about this stuff, and why doesn't the government do this, and why don't the doctors do this, and why don't, and you can go on and on and on and start to believe these conspiracy theories and think there's like a room full of guys at the top who are all like putting GMOs in food and putting planes in the sky with things falling out. Well, here's the thing. Why would these guys be putting planes in the sky that are polluting them as well? It doesn't. None of that makes sense. Have a look at when people talk about the conspiracies, it's like the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and the various royal families and whatever. These people aren't healthy. And they have the best medical care that money can buy, but none of them are healthy. And none of them are eating like organic produce or whatever, or they're all in terrible condition. They're all unhealthy. So there's no conspiracy. Like, otherwise they'd all be eating fruits and vegetables, and then I don't know, telling everyone else to eat rubbish, but they're eating rubbish as well. So the reason that the health model is not out there conventionally is because people don't want to hear that. People don't want to go to a doctor and hear you need to eat fruits and vegetables. They want the magic pill. They just want to kind of keep life going on as it is, and they just take something, and that's the sad thing. But what you've got to face up to the fact is, you, me, everyone has been brought up in a society that does not support our health. It doesn't provide us with the food we need, with the environment we need, or anything. We need to fight for that ourselves and create it for ourselves. We can't expect the government or anyone else to give it to us. We all need to go that path alone, pretty much, and we need to learn about it on our own, pretty much. We need to find it. And if you found the raw vegan diet and lifestyle, then you found like you found the lottery ticket of a lifetime, to be honest. And if you're ready to do it, and you are doing it, you've really got to realise how lucky you are to find this information. It's just a ticket to a completely different life than what everyone else is going to go through. A completely different. I feel good all the time, and not I feel exceptional and amazing all the time or whatever, but in my body it feels good. And I'm 31, so maybe you think, oh well, you're still young. But no, I was already getting aches and pains and digestive problems and all this kind of thing. I had constipation when I was younger. I had had all sorts of little problems here and there. Heartburn, used to get chronic heartburn all the time. You just feel good in your body, and your body feels good. Your digestion feels good all the time, and that's going to be for the rest of your life, pretty much. You've got this is the best conditions to live. If you stay to low fat and everything, your mind will be sharp, you'll be clear, you'll have energy, eat enough fruit. Really make sure you eat enough fruit. But hygiene is where it's at. The reason that people don't get it is because people don't want it. And that's what we're struggling with, trying to promote this information. We really don't want to hear it. They really don't want this to be the answer. At the same time, there are some people who are desperate for the answer, so they will be open to it. And it's just going to be a hard slog. I think we all need to try and do our little bits to try and promote it, but realise that people don't want it, and that's the sad fact. And that's all I want to say in this video, really. Why is hygiene not out there? Why is it not? Why don't people get told? Well, why haven't we already worked out the healthiest diet? And why isn't that? This is when you're born. You give every parent or whatever gets this is the human body. The human body runs on fruit. This is a fruit eating body. This is fruit eating teeth and mouth and everything else. This is a fruit. Your baby's like a little fruit eating thing machine, and that's what you should feed them. Why isn't that taught yet? It's because people are just so resistant. The scientists, everyone, they want to eat steak. Human beings are really irrational, and that's why you should be proud of yourself if you're on the raw vegan diet, because you've got rid of a lot of your irrational, weird thinking with food. You've pulled it out, you've thrown it away, you've rid out the weeds, and you've gone towards a thing called truth. And that's the most precious gift in life, when you find truth, when you find reality. Unbelievable. Through the morass of nonsense. I was talking on Twitter to a guy about diet and stuff, and he was obviously a low fat promoter, and he said that the human digestive system resembled that of a dog. People that believe that kind of nonsense, you really can't help out someone that thinks human beings have the digestive system of a dog. Human beings are primates. We're tropical primates, tropical frugivorous primates from Africa. Our body is our digestive system. There are various types of digestive system and types of anatomy. Ours falls into the criteria called frugivorous. We're a plant-eating animal, herbivorous, but within that criteria we are a fruit-eating specialist. And we are a real specialist of fruit, not a specialist of all plant life, not a specialist of the leaves and the trees or the grass. Fruit. We are a specialist for fruit. Yes, we eat vegetables. Yes, we can eat tubers or whatever, or we can eat stuff. We can eat ants, or we can eat anything. We can digest anything, pretty much. Might not be pleasant, but we can eat these things. But we're a specialist when it comes to fruit. That's what we would have always been moving towards, and it would have been abundant in our natural climate, our natural environment, the tropics, before we cleared all the trees and everything to grow grains. The earliest food that was cultivated by human beings was figs and other fruits. Fruits have been a part of our diet and lifestyle. Drying fruits, preserving fruits. This has been happening for a long time. And human beings come from the Garden of Eden. Not the rainforest of Eden or the jungle of Eden, but the Garden of Eden. We are gardening creative creatures, gardening, planting the trees, planting the fruit trees. That's the human nature. We take fruit trees wherever we go. I've got fruit trees in this garden, you know. We go everywhere with the fruit trees. So health is really important. Hygiene, health is the proper model to follow. Unfortunately, a lot of people do not want to hear that, or aren't ready for it. But you should congratulate yourself if you're on this path, because you're supporting your life in the best way possible. And you shouldn't really worry anymore about the diet and everything. You should just get on with your life and stop worrying about the perfect diet and everything. Now you've got the information, just get in line with it as much as possible and keep on coming back to it, you know. And keep on manoeuvring back and then get online with it. That's my thoughts. Thank you. Maybe you can subscribe to my email list, fruityronster.com. There's a book there, free book. That'll help you out. Thank you.